All right, everyone. Again, my name is Brian Keith Wyatt Jr. I am the president and CEO of Be Easy Graphix. I'm here to talk to you about how to accelerate your marketing. So, yes, I had you get up, dance a little bit, move around, because you cannot be stagnant and do the same thing over and over again and expect results. So I'm going to show you how to mix it up a little bit, how to cha-cha your marketing, all right? If you want some accelerated marketing growth, everybody raise your hand, give a shout. There we go. Let me know. All right, so it's just 2 people in here who want to grow with their marketing. All right, we got 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're good now. We're all on the same page. Now, I talk a little bit fast, and I only got 45 minutes to get through 30 slides, but here's the good news. The weather outside is a little decent right now, and it's going to rain later, but you got me for the next 45 minutes, and if I talk too fast, we got 2 recordings, full audio, and my slides are going to be available. If you want to get them, just stop by our table afterward, and we'll make sure that you get signed up to get the free slides and a dozen other marketing resources, okay? Here's what I'm going to talk about today. First, I'm going to introduce myself so you can see my receipts and where all this marketing secrets are coming from. And then I'm going to talk to you about some marketing fundamentals just to make sure that we're on the same page about what marketing is and how it's done before I can show you how to accelerate it and do it better. Then I'm going to introduce you to a new approach to marketing that some of you may or may not be familiar with. But again, this is very important because it's going to set the tone for everything else that I'm going to talk about today when I show you how to accelerate your marketing. And once we cover that, once I teach you about how to accelerate the growth of your marketing, I'm going to show you how to start the conversation with your target audiences and customers with click-worthy content. All right, click-worthy content. That means get people excited about hitting the buy button, hitting the book now button, all right? And once we cover that, I'm going to show you how to measure your success so you know exactly what to improve on over time and then give you 4 disciplines of execution to do just that, to improve and keep working. So we're going to keep it moving today. Let me introduce myself. Now, there's another person in this slide who looks 10 times better than me. And that is my wife and partner. That is my lovely wife, Sierra Wyatt. She is our VP of Client Experience. Client Experience is very important to us, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her unending support and that of my daughter, who is our digital media intern, our lead marketing strategist, Shannon, and one of our sales reps, Colin, over there at the table. All right, so super grateful for my team for being here, and I'm grateful to Katrina for inviting us and giving me this opportunity. I've been doing this for over 16 years. It'll be 17 in October of 2021. October 25th of 2021, I will officially have been in business 17 years. I started in 2004 when I was homeless. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, and that's where I learned to use entrepreneurship to overcome adversity. I was the kid that was selling chips and candy in the classroom. Raise your hand if you knew somebody like that. All right. And a lot of people thought that I had big dreams to sell gold chains and stuff. Nah, I was just trying to navigate a really long way home because my school colors didn't agree with certain territories where I grew up in Chicago. And of course, I lost my shoes, got jumped. Couldn't be avoided sometimes. But that's where my drive and my passion comes from. And naturally, that translated into everything that I do in business, and I've been wanting to teach and encourage and empower other brands to do the same thing through branding, marketing, and publicity. So that's what I've been doing. I've served as a SCORE business mentor for the Middle Georgia chapter. I've been an SBDC contract consultant, and I've been a father of 10 children. If you don't believe me, try to count them in the next 10 seconds. Yes, we have a huge black Brady Bunch. And it's a lot like running a business, right? You have to keep your costs low and your income high. So naturally, I've done quite a few things to do just that. I have a couple of investments. I have my own training and consulting brand called Wyatt Consulting. Be Easy Graphix is our full-service creative and marketing agency. And then I also am a partner with a home care consulting agency. We help people start their own home care agency. So I've been doing all these things and have so many other investments because I'm really passionate about helping entrepreneurs. So that's me in a nutshell. I am certified in growth-driven website design, inbound marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, you name it. That's all me, all right? Now, let's talk about marketing, right? I want you all to picture this. Imagine this nameless, faceless feature, this random person with his hand out asking you for your hard-earned money. What are some questions you would have for him? Okay, now don't let me talk to myself. I actually have swag that my team's going to give away for people who talk to me. I don't like talking to myself. unless I'm in the shower or, right before I go to bed. So I need you all to kind of engage with me. What questions would you ask this person asking for your money? He says, I got something great for you. I just need $100. What would you say? What are you going to do with it? That's right. That's good. Did I turn it off? Like a dum-dum? All right, I got this. All right, what's your name? What's your name? Neil. Neil. Okay, I don't think I got your name before. Shannon, let's give him a pen. All right, let's give Neil a pen because he was the first to answer. That's right. What are you going to do with it? I need another question. Who are you? I love that. Who said that? Go give her a pen too. See her? You got her? Okay, cool. What's your name, love? Mariah. Can you hit them whistle notes? So, yes, people are going to ask, who are you? Why do you want this? What is it that you're going to do for me that's different than anyone else? And that's really where marketing comes in. That's how you have that conversation with that individual. But what is marketing? Can someone give me a definition of marketing? I promise you there's no wrong answers. Give me a definition of marketing. Raise your hand so I know who to look at because there's a lot of lights. And I want to make sure I'm talking to the right people. Go ahead. Let's hear it, Chris.
Brand visibility.
Brand visibility. That's a good answer. That's right. People can't buy from you if they don't know that you exist, right? Any other answers? What is marketing?
Business promotion.
Business promotion. That's right. Perfect answer. Go ahead. What can we do for you? That's right. How can you serve? These are all amazing answers. Here's the more important thing to understand about marketing. Marketing is not one thing. You can't lump it into one, single thing that you do. In fact, marketing is the entire range of activities. Oh, y'all might want to get some notes, by the way. Write something down, get your iPhone notes, because I'm going to be spilling all the secrets, and we have a workbook that we're going to be giving away at the end of this, too. So write it down. Marketing is the entire range of activities, business practices, applications, everything that you do in order to create, communicate, and exchange value while building mutually beneficial relationships. Now notice, nobody in the past 5 minutes said anything about money. If you think marketing is about money, you're in the wrong industry. You're doing the wrong thing. This is about creating, communicating, and exchanging value. And a lot of people get one of these three wrong, and they can't understand why they're not growing. The reason is because you have to understand how to create the value first. What is it that you're offering that's important to your target audiences or customers? So think about that. 2, how do you communicate it? Well, you should be communicating on the channels that people pay attention to, right? And then finally, exchange it. When you're actually exchanging that value and delivering that product or service, what does that look like? What does it feel like? These are the questions you should be asking yourself. And then a second part of this that is just as important is building and maintaining mutually beneficial relationships. So a lot of things that I'm going to talk about today is going to be centered around this definition of marketing. And I hope that maybe many of you agree with this definition because, otherwise nothing I'm going to talk about is going to make sense. But this is the challenge that a lot of people are having is in maintaining them. And I'm going to tell you about that why in just a moment. So as we go through with this, I want to tell you about some of the fundamentals of marketing. There are 4 P's. This is called the marketing mix. Everybody say marketing mix. That's right. There's product, price, promotion, and people. And Brian nailed the promotion part, right? And then the what is what you got when I asked earlier, right? That's the product. Again, a lot of people are having trouble answering these 4 questions. 1, what is the product or service that you're offering? How much is it worth to you? Now, here's an important distinction to make about pricing because a lot of people struggle with how to price their products. 1, think about your annual sales goal. If your annual sales goal is $100,000, right, and you sell your products at $100 each, how many products do you need to sell? 1,000, exactly. So that helps you with pricing. If you don't want to do all that work, increase your pricing. It's a simple formula, right? Because you can come up with a way to promote it to people. Thank you, Sierra. Now, you have to understand how and where you're going to offer that product or service. You should offer it on the channels that people are actually paying attention to. If you're if you're under the age of 16, you probably don't have a car, so you're not going to see billboards. So if you're targeting kids that are 16 and younger, you probably shouldn't invest thousands of dollars per month for a billboard. So think about your audience. And that brings us to this fourth one, people. Who will find your product or service valuable? We're going to drill in deep on that so I can help you understand that. But that's probably going to be the most important thing that I'll talk about today. Now, let's talk about branding, because a lot of people get marketing and branding confused. So let's hear it again. If you never heard the definition of branding, here it is. I just gave it away, all right? A brand is a person's perception, understanding, and overall gut feeling, hint, hint, feeling that about a product, service, organization, or experience, okay? So it's not just about the product, it's not the logo, it's not what it looks like, it's the experience and how that experience makes them feel. It's an emotional thing. When people make decisions about buying things, it's because they feel like it's the best thing for them at that moment, at that time. The most important thing to understand is that your brand is not what you say it is, it's what people say it is. And a lot of people make the mistake of telling people why it's valuable instead of listening to their customers and their audience to tell them what they need. All right, and again, I'm going to show you how to do that, but I just want to give you some of these fundamentals before we get going. Now let's talk about 3 important principles about branding and why it's important. The first one is positioning. Having a strong brand will help you stand out from your competition. In fact, it's a vital and valuable asset for your brand. This is the reason why Samsung can sue Apple for millions and billions of dollars, because they copied some of the technology. Your brand has monetary value, and I'm going to show you how to calculate that monetary value in the next slide. But right now, I want you to understand the second principle, which is vision, right? Your brand should stand for something more than a profit. It should serve a higher purpose. And I love the conversation that was had earlier about having a social impact and a triple bottom line. You should definitely write that down and Google it so you can understand it. My team and I just had a full 1-month campaign about corporate social responsibility. Go follow us on social media so you can learn more about it, but it's extremely crucial that you invest in that for your brand to build stronger connections for a healthier community that'll build you a healthier business, okay, and a healthier customer base. And then the third vital principle and aspect of marketing and why it's important is loyalty. You get a big win when people prefer your brand over others. Brand preference is where it's at. This is how you calculate brand equity. All right, and I'm going to show you how to do that on the next slide, but for now, we're going to do a quick exercise just to further demonstrate why branding is important. We're going to do a logo quiz. So I'm going to end the presentation, and I'm going to show you, oh man, am I connected? Let's see. Is anyone else having issues with the Wi-Fi? Okay. Yeah, I'm on that one, but it was cutting out on me earlier. Yep, it's not working now. Can you check the hotspots here, or I can use yours? Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, we come prepared. In case we didn't have Wi-Fi, we brought our own as a backup. Good. Did it accept? Okay. Yeah. All right, so here we go. So I'm about to quiz you all on some logos to see which ones you recognize. And you all can just shout out the answer, and then we'll try to catch up and give you prizes, okay? So you're going to see parts of a logo, and you have to guess what brand that is. Y'all ready? Nobody's ready. All right, that's better. All right, who's this? Zippo? You got it. Xbox, yep. Your first answer. Come on now. All right. Yeah, this guy knew that. You a tech guy? Yep. Yep. This is I mean, again, you know them if you shop with them or if you've been in that industry, but shout out to you for knowing that one. Come on. All right. Almost. It's one of them. Listen, there were 10 total questions and logos. It took you 32 seconds, I'm gonna round up to 33, to get through 10 logos. That means 3.3 seconds on average it took you to recognize a logo. How's that for branding? Wouldn't it be nice for people to feel that way about your brand? That when they see your logo and they're like, oh man, I met them at PowerLink. I love those guys. That's how you want people to feel when they interact with your brand. You want them to be able to recognize you and tell all their friends and family about it. Raise your hand if you want that to happen for your brand and your business. All right, great. I'm going to teach you how. All right, so here's everything that your brand could be. This is called brand potential, So we've got quite a few brands in here, and I know some of them. So I'm going to talk with someone that I don't know. You sell vegan desserts, right? Vegan and regular. That's what my daughter says. Regular. So if we put you in a category, we can say hospitality food services. And you can do anything in food services. That's your brand potential. Okay, Mariah? Your brand vision is what you decided that you wanted it to be and how you want people to feel about it. How do you want people to feel when they eat your food? Happy. Y'all hear that? Remember that. Anything else? Happy? It's okay. We can roll with happy. Just remember that. Remember you said happy. Happy, joyful, cheerful, all of that. So that's how you want people to feel when they consume your baked goods, all right? Brand equity is the overall goal of branding. The goal of branding is to reduce the gap between your brand vision and brand equity. I'm going to show you how to do that, Mariah. You ready? All right, so first, you have to make a brand promise. A lot of people call this their unique value proposition or unique sales proposition, right? This is what you're promising or proposing that people will experience. It can be something like, try my desserts and you'll feel great, right? What's the name of your business? Oh, you don't have a name? Oh, okay. Oh, you're not paying me? Yeah. Yeah, this is for free. You paid for this already. Right, Catrice? Yeah, they pay. Okay, yeah. What's the name of your brand? Who? Who's Moo Moo? Ah, that's your nickname? See, don't Moo Moo make you smile and happy when you hear that? I think she's on point so far. Moo Moo makes you happy. All right, here we go. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. You can have that one for free too. So now, you have to align your brand vision, how you want people to feel about your brand and your products, with the brand experience, how it actually tastes, what happens when you give it to them, what's the packaging like, what colors do they see, right? All of those things align with the brand vision. If those things are not aligned, you're going to have misalignment in your brand, and guess what? People are going to start spreading bad reviews, right? They're going to say, oh man, it tastes stale. She gave me some 10-day-old brownies, right? People are going to talk about it. They're going to say, don't buy it again, ever again, and it spreads a lot faster, and you won't be able to establish that brand equity, right? But if you can align those two and make sure that every touch point from start to finish with your brand and your products, from the moment they meet Moo Moo to the moment they get home and unpackage it after dinner, because that's what we're supposed to do, right? That's what I tell the kids, but they never listen. So I'm not going to listen. So I'm going to eat my dessert before dinner. All right, Moo Moo? I'm going to remember that. All right. So, so if you can align these things, then you'll have brand equity. And when you have that brand equity by aligning the experience and what you promise to them, people start talking about it and they prefer your brand over another. So how much is one of your products that you have there on the table? Okay, so we got an $8 cupcake. And if you go to Publix, you can buy one cupcake for $4. If people prefer Moo Moo's cupcake over Publix, then your brand equity is $4 because that's the difference between 8 and 4. Does that make sense? So that's how you calculate brand equity. The fact that they prefer one brand or another, there's a monetary value assigned to that. And in order to achieve that, you have to align what your vision and your promise and the brand experience is of your customers or clients. Now, the alignment, starts with the first impression, all right? So when you first walk up to the table, what colors do you have there, Moo? Oh, sorry. Is it okay if I call you? Can I call you Mariah? Okay, it just slipped because it was just okay. You're right. Pink, brown, orange, some neon yellow, white. All right, now let's look at this color wheel. Can y'all see this okay? What color is, she has neon yellow. What color is yellow? That's right. That's right. So she got optimism, clarity, warmth. Yellow is the color of joy and happiness. What color, what emotions do green make you feel? She can't even see the color, y'all. She knows this already. Right? Peaceful, growth, health. Right? Give me pink. Wise, imaginative, creative. Okay? You see how these colors are aligning with her vision? She's a creator. It's culinary arts, right? So creativity, it just makes sense. Am I missing any color? Then we got brown, which is an earthy color, right? Yeah. Yeah, it don't make people happy, but it's a stable color. I'm going to say that. That's right. And blue is also a color of trust and security. This is the reason why police cars have a blue stripe in the badges. That's funny, right? This is not the time. So something important to think about is, how do you want your customers and your audience to feel? Remember this color wheel, all right? Again, you'll get the slides so you can really study this. And if you're in the process of either developing or thinking of a new brand, or you want to rebrand, remember this, okay? Remember this. Now, let me introduce you to a new approach to marketing. A lot of people are very familiar with something called funnels. Raise your hand if you ever heard marketing or sales funnel before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good handful of people. All right? Here's what a funnel looks like, y'all. This is the traditional model of marketing and sales. You go through all of these marketing activities to attract people to your brand, and then they come to the top of that funnel. Now that you've got their attention, your sales team gets involved and give them all kinds of reasons to want to pay money for the product or service. Oh man, I'm not going to make time, right? So after they pay all that money for the product and service, then the sales team gets them to purchase, and after they purchase, their customer, good, let's go fill the funnel with some more. Well, that puts the customers in afterthought, and now it's a more transactional model. And it doesn't really focus on building that relationship. And so I want to introduce to you a new model called the marketing flywheel. And the flywheel is 3 phases. And you see that it doesn't end, it's continuous. And the best part about it is it puts the customers at the center. Any guesses at what CRM stands for? All right, give him a USB pen if he doesn't already have one. That's right, customer relationship management. It puts the customer at the center so that you can attract your customers, engage them with delightful content that's going to educate them, make them feel important and valued, and then delight them with outstanding customer service and experiences and follow-ups. Here are some tools that you can use to attract customers. You got ads, video, social media, blogging, SEO, and content marketing. These are all the things that you can use in order to attract and get people's attention. Now that you've got their attention, you have to keep them engaged. They may not purchase right away. In fact, the studies show that it takes about 7 interactions before someone actually purchases from you. So keep them engaged with things like lead flows. What happens after they complete a form on your website? Have you thought about that? What are the next steps? Send them emails. Emails with not just promotional and sales activities, but also valuable content and information. Provide them with case studies and testimonials about how you help similar brands or people. Send them a video that says thank you for subscribing. And maybe even create some conversational bots like Facebook. You can create a bot that will engage people and get them to set an appointment with you before they actually purchase your product or service. And then automate that entire process. I may not get to that part, but I'm gonna keep moving anyway. Then once you got the customer, right, and they're now your client or customer, deliver to them outstanding service, all right? Continue to follow with them via email, give them appreciation gifts, and ask for a testimonial, ask for the review, and in fact, maybe ask for a video testimonial. and then give them a personalized video from you as the owner, and then continue to educate them and inform them with additional content and marketing. And then offer them some rewards for referring you to other people, all right? So now, the last thing I'm gonna have time to talk about today is these 6 things, right? One, the first thing that you need to do to accelerate your marketing, all right, you need to define your target audience. Why? Well, without defining your target audience, it's like using the shotgun method. If you never used a shotgun before, it's like shooting a shell that has 12 BBs and boom, right? You get 1 shot, 12 shots scattered all over the place. Imagine these were dollars, in fact, $100 each. You just wasted $1,200 for just 2 hits and 10 misses. That's a lot of money you just wasted. What I want to teach you is how to be a sharpshooter, where each shot you take is either on target or as close as possible, and you can get a better ROI for your investment. All right, to do this, you need to define your target audience in order to build deeper relationships with them, better assess their needs, and create lasting value for referrals. My team has all kinds of strategies to help you with this. If you need some help with it, I suggest starting with a little bit of market research like buyer personas. If you want access to these free marketing resources to do this, come stop by our table after my presentation. I wish I had more time to talk with you more about it, but I've only got 1 minute left. So I'm gonna leave you with one note here, okay? Executing. Well, yeah, I'm gonna leave you with one note, executing. I'm gonna skip all the way to the last slide. Let me get through it. This is all that you missed. I thought I had more time, but I guess not. All right, so to execute, you need to first set a wildly important goal. That goal should be something that is read like, I am so happy and grateful now that I have blank. Make it big, make it motivating and a little scary. Then determine what are the milestones you need to do to get there and act on those lead measures. Create a scoreboard like a marketing dashboard that measures your website traffic, social media engagement, all those things and indicators that you're moving in the right direction. And give yourself grades and rewards for hitting milestones. And then set a cadence of accountability, a regular meeting with yourself or your team to check on your progress and see how far off the mark you're on so that you can optimize and improve over time. All right? Look, thank you for your time. I wish I had more, but if you want more of this amazing content, come see me and I'll happily give it to you, okay? Thank you.